to another edition of Dragonsportslive. I'm Dante Payne, your host of the evening. We got an exciting show for you guys. It's going down. NBA Finals takeoff. Game 2 is tonight. It's going down. But NFL, we got plenty of NFL news, MLB news, and what more. And if you don't know what this show is Dragon Sports Live. So, let me explain what that show is. We gonna chop it up. We gonna talk some sports, and we also gonna play some music. You know, sooner or later we're gonna start having musical artists on our show, and they gonna top it up and let us know what they think if they are sports fanatics. If not, we just gonna talk about the music. But without further ado, let's get right into it with another edition of Dragon Sports Live. Let's jump into some music. Then coming up, we got our MLB stars dropping out of the All-Star game and more. Stay tuned. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Be About It with Loretta Mars here on Dragon Sports Live. It's the first song up in the lineup. Check it out.
I hate to break it to you, but I'm not drowning. A lot of paper chasing, a lot of clowning. And what I did to you, no, I'm not sorry. So step your money up and be about it. Be about it. Be about it. So step your money up and be about it. Be about it. Be about it. So step your money up and be about it. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. I ain't tryna be a bitch and ride. I ain't in the plan seek and hide. Niggas smoke but can't read and write. All you bitches better keep it tight, cause the wrong niggas be hitting it right. All bitches really want is likes. You tryna fuck, nigga, not tonight. Michigan made with a fade. Sport the yellow like lemonade. Slim and J, renegade. I'm young and fly, Chris fat and paid. Lost soul, I had to turn the page. I don't text back cause I'm going crazy. Niggas mad, but it's the way they made me. I don't ever wanna have a baby. You see, I talk like this for a reason. All my niggas stay around for every season. And we get it how we living and repeat it. I ain't never said shit without a break it to you, but I'm not drowning. A lot of paper chasing, a lot of clowning. And what I did to you, no, I'm not sorry. So step your money up and be about it. Be about it. Be about it. So step your money up and be about it. Be about it. Be about it. So step your money up and be about it. What you want with Mars? Mars with the bars. Nigga, I'm a star. Everything is ours. Sherman Clump to him. Nigga, I'm in charge. I take everything personal. One thing I wouldn't ever do is to trust unconditional. I be hating the fact that I can't do what I was sent to do. All these fucking distractions, I tell them lies and they give me truth. I might speak tomorrow, but I won't speak today. Geminis live double lies, so you can't feel no way. You see, I talk like this for a reason. All my niggas stay around for every season. And we get it how we living and repeat it. I ain't never said shit without a break it to you, but I'm not drowning. A lot of paper chasing, a lot of clowning. And what I did to you, no, I'm not sorry. So step your money up and be about it. Be about it. Be about it. So step your money up and be about it. Be about it. Be about it. So step your money up and be about it.
I'm just rolling the cut, rolling up a blunt, coolin' with my niggas and we don't give a fuck. Goddamn, 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 goddamn. I'm just coolin' the cut, rolling up a blunt, rollin' with my niggas and we don't give a fuck. Goddamn, 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 goddamn.
I'm just smoking with a bitch that got a cocaine addiction. I could tell that she up to something with it. She been sniffing. I'm like, God damn, bitch, calm it down with all that talking. If you ain't about sucking on this dick, then get to walking. Goddamn,
goddamn, goddamn. Bitch, you walking, goddamn. Goddamn,
next time. Suck this dick cause you the one. Next time. Next time. You gon' don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Next time. I'm just rolling the cut. Rolling up a blunt. Coolin' with my niggas and we don't give a fuck. Goddamn. I'm just coolin' the cut. Rolling up a blunt. Coolin' with my niggas and we don't give a fuck. Goddamn. Alright.
Young baseball spiel because it's going down. We got a lot of superstars and stars from a lot of major league teams that are playing to skip All-Star game, which is coming up. Trade deadline is July 30th, and All-Star game is coming up shortly. So they plan to skip that. Some of those stars, just to name like two of them, is Astros, Jose Altuve, and Jose Cantura and Altuve. Y'all know who I'm trying to say. Couldn't get the words out. Got a little stumble twice, but Carlos Correa and Jose Altuve plan to skip All-Star game, and a couple other stars who are planning to skip All-Star game because they feel like it's not necessary. They both were selected as reserves, but they still will be represented by Michael Brantley, who is a reserve as well. And Carrera leads the Astros with a 39.390 on base percentage. But more important, he's leaving just so he can be with his wife, Daniela, who's pregnant with their first child that's due in November. So he just wanted to spend more time with family. And Altuve, on the other hand, who leads the Astros with 19 home runs, he skipped so he can rush his ailing left leg. Like I said, injuries and stuff that help out to be with family are all good decisions. We also had Jacob deGrom say he's skipping All-Star game as well. He would not be attending All-Star game. Instead, spend time with his family and rest for the second half. So a lot of people just, since the season is longer, they're looking to, relax, rest. But they thank the fans. They did thank the fans for voting on. But injuries and family, they putting that first. They love the game, but they gonna rest during All-Star weekend. Even though the fans want to see them, you're not gonna see them this time. So that's the bottom line. Because the MLB said so with the classic rock analogy. But, yeah, they said so. And the players said so. So, at the end of the day, you're not going to see Altuve, Carrez, or deGrom. Maybe a couple other stars, but they just want to rest. So, big ups to them for making that way. But, Cubs. My Cubbies. What are you doing? You guys on an 11-game losing streak. And it seemed to can't catch a break. They were struggling against the Phillies. They struggled against the Brewers. Yes, Cubs have lost 11 straight. Couple of them were not close. It was 10-15 the other day against the Phillies. They play the Phillies again today. And that's at 7 p.m. today. So, check that out if you're not watching Game 2 of the finals. But I'll talk more about the finals in a little bit. Cubs have now dropped down to third in the NL Central. Phillies is fourth in the NL East. And Cubs also have a couple players on the injury list. You got Cole Stewart. He's on the 10-day IL. Right-hand pitcher Ryan Tepera. Jake Arrieta. Javier Baez. And Chris Bryant. are all on the injury list. Yeah, they all on the injury list. Baez and Chris Bryant is day to day, but Jake Arrieta and Ryan Tempera and Cole Stewart, they're all 10-day IL, and they went on 10-day IL July 6th and 7th. So they're struggling right now. Hopefully they can pull out the win though and break that losing game streak. Or if not, back to the drawing board you go. Trevor Bauer administrative leave is extended 7 days by MLB and amid the Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher, the investigation that's happening to him. So they extended another 7 days. And yeah, Shohei Ohtani has been wonderful this season. Hits his 32nd home run to break Hideki Masu's record for homers by a Japanese player in a major league season. And he's pitching great too. And that's as the Angels edge Red Sox 5-4. Yu Darvish is expected to start for San Diego against Washington. So much more. But that's just what's happening. Oh, we're going to go to the South Side now. Chicago White Sox are on the verge of getting Eloy Jimenez back. He's feeling 200% healthy. He will be assigned to rehab assignment in Salem, Baton this Friday. If that goes well, he will be back pretty soon, probably at the end of July, but he will be back. They also are without Lewis Robert. He had a hip injury. Catcher Yasmani Grandal, knee injury. And Nick Mondro, hamstring, as well as relievers Aaron Bomber and Evan Marshall. Marshall had a forearm injury. Barner had a hamstring injury. So they are without those players, but like I said, they are close to getting Eli Jimenez back. On top of that, they designated Adam Eaton for assignment and then reinstate Adam Engel. See that? AE for AE. So, yeah. They are moving around players like Adam Eaton. His role pretty much diminished. Don't know what was going on with him. So, to bring back Adam Eaton, who's been on the 10-day IL with hamstring injury, reinstate him. Tampa Bay Rays sweep Indians by holding them hitless. So in the final game against the Indians, they, had them hitless. They couldn't get a hit. They couldn't get going. And Brewers, we get trades that happen. Like I said, more trades happen. Deadline is coming up. That is July 30th. So the Brewers get first baseman Rowdy Torres from Blue Jays for 2 pitchers. Kevin Kermer homer drove in 5 runs in the 8-win over the Indians. They placed Eddie Rosario on the 10-day IL. And he joins the list that includes Shane Bieber, Aaron Seville, and Zach Plesac. More injuries. Those are all key players for them. So, and then y'all know the Dodgers canceled Trevor Bauer night in August 19th because of the investigation and stuff. And they felt like it wasn't right, but it happens. It is what it is. But that's what's going on. We got quite a few games that's going on for you today. As far as baseball, as I mentioned before, you got the Cubs versus Phillies and they are at Wrigley. That's at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's tonight. Houston versus the Oakland A's, where the score is 2-0 at the bottom of the second, with the A's leading the way. Colorado versus Arizona, and then New York versus Seattle. Dodgers came out with the win today over the Marlins with the 6-1 victory. Then you also have Kansas versus Cleveland, Pittsburgh versus New York Mets, Cincinnati and Milwaukee, and Detroit, Minnesota. Just to name a few good games that's on tonight. Now, that game, Detroit versus Minnesota, that game is on ESPN Plus, so you can catch it there. But it is there. And speaking of Marlins, Don Mattingly to return as Marlins manager in 22. So that's what was that. And Dodgers Kershaw is heading to IL with forearm inflammation. So he'll be on IL as well. See, it's a lot of people been on the injury list because of, just injuries that happens. But anyways, we got more baseball for you coming up probably next week or later on down the line. But without further ado, we're going to get back into some more music. So I want y'all to check out Dragon Sports Live on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. And check out Dragon Jump Productions on YouTube. Y'all dig. But without further ado, we got some more music on the way for you guys. So be sure to check out all of our music I play. And make sure you support those artists as well. But this is Lamont Martian. Grandam, Men of Silence at the end. Featuring 3 Eyes and Don 3X.
I'm just rolling the cut, rolling up a blunt, coolin' with my niggas and we don't give a fuck. Goddamn, 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 goddamn. I'm just coolin' the cut, rolling up a blunt, coolin' with my niggas and we don't give a fuck. Goddamn, 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 goddamn.
I'm just smoking with a bitch that got a cocaine addiction. I could tell that she up to something with her, she been sniffing. I'm like, God damn, bitch, calm it down with all that talking. If you ain't about sucking on this dick, then get to walking. Goddamn,
Goddamn, goddamn, bitch, you walking goddamn. Goddamn, goddamn, bitch, you talking goddamn. Goddamn, goddamn, bitch, now you is walking. Goddamn, I bet you learned your lesson. Bet you learned that lesson. Next time, match this blunt. Next time, suck this dick cause you the one. Next time. Next time, you gon' don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up. Next time, next time,
I'm
next
just
time.
rolling the cut, rolling up a blunt, coolin' with my niggas and we don't give a fuck. Goddamn, 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 goddamn. I'm just coolin' the cut, rolling up a blunt, coolin' with my niggas and we don't give a fuck. Goddamn, 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 goddamn. Alright.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Little Carolina North. I go by the name of J-Lock. You got blessed on the track.
Let's go.
Good
good job, good credit, bill paid, and your own car.
Yeah.
Lights on, right picket fence, cut your own grass, your own yard. Look, alright. You the true girl and we know it. Besides the fact you running things, guys in control and you show it. Got daycare, after school, birthday parties and sleepovers, play dates with classmates, work deadlines till your week's over. It's takeout, practices, dry cleaning, Bible study, life so fast, you so fine with your week's
Hey love, hey, he's on the way love, the way love, hey, so won't you straight love, just keep the faith up, hands up in the air, and just stay prayed up, hands up in the air, and just stay prayed up, hands up in the air, just stay prayed up, hands up in the air, just keep the faith up,
Sounds so beautiful, don't you agree? Yeah, see.
Hallelujah. Now get this. Many women view men as a wish list. Many men know it, so they blow it and attempt to show it and to lure those unsuspecting mistress. Then they dismiss. And this is what they call it how I see. I'ma talking how I live and I'ma walk it. Faith without sight, I'ma shine my light in your coffin. But of course, you get what you see. Blind lead the blind, no matter who leads. No movement occurs, the bruising of words, deserving your chance will have a seat. Practice or preach or go lacking in speech. Taxing your Mac and relaxing your reach. Catching your fraction, relaxing. I'm asking my God for a sign, defining my peace.
Hey love, hey, he's on the way love, the way love, hey, so won't you straight love, just keep the faith up, faith up in the air, and just stay prayed up, hands up in the air, and just stay prayed up, hands up in the air, and just stay prayed up, hands up in the air, just keep the faith up,
Then the moment occurs, the prayers, the fasting to get you deserve. The time you wasted was just to disturb. Distract me direct, had you live in your purge. And difference emerge, the sense of this word matches efforts to serve. God did it and you know that. And I bet you everything in your bank account that his name ain't Boaz. Hold that.
Yeah, wait, your time. It's okay, wait, you're fine. Along the way, keep the faith, never stray, gone.
he's on the way, take your time, on the way, keep the faith, never stray,
Gone. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah.
on the way,
1, 2, 1, 2. Keep that faith. Never stray. Gone.
he's on the way, take your time, you'll find
Yeah.
the way,
Keep that faith.
just keep the faith,
Never stray. Gone. He's the yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
you'll find along the way,
1, 2, 1, 2. Keep that faith. Keep that faith. One time.
never
Go.
stray,
He's okay. Take your time. It's okay. You're fine. Along the way. Keep that faith. Never stray. Never stray. Gone.
I love you.
What are you doing?
I'm singing to these Black Eyed Peas. I love you.
Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah, I was listening to the song, J-Lock's song, I Love You. You know, that's what we was just doing.
Loved it. Yeah, beautiful song.
I love the hook. I love you.
Oh, okay.
And so I was telling my Black Eyed Peas, I love them.
Wow. Well, tell us about that.
He says, I brought sand to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care what's on the beach because I'm bringing my own sand.
Wow.
I'm good with this. I'm going to play with this sand. which is, I think that's love right there.
So I love when he said in the song, "Till death do us part, faithfully playing my part." And when you truly love someone, you're right.
Well, guess what?
What?
I love you.
I love you too.
Welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. We got more drama for Aaron Rodgers because y'all know that him and Tom Brady had the little golf match with Phil Mickelson and Bryson Brooksy. So, who got the last laugh in that? Aaron Rodgers. But it's crazy because if y'all watch that game, they kind of interview him as on the way, and they kept asking him about the season. He just was like, don't know. It's like, really, that riff and that drama between them is there. And Aaron Rodgers is typically not the person to hold back. He'll say what he feel and say, like he just said, hopefully. Like, he basically was shrugging off everything like, all right, we'll see where I play at. Basically, and had the reason like, okay, we'll see. He was like, we will see where we play at. But he did win. Him and Bryson did win. And they got the last laugh. So, it is what it is. Hopefully he's playing. Hopefully he's the number one. If not, we will see Jordan Love. We will see one of these other quarterbacks as a starter. Could it be possibly week 1 against the Saints? We don't know, and we shall find out. Until then, all I say is stop asking Aaron Rodgers these questions about, do you think you're going to be playing week 1 and all that? Because he's not going to really give you an answer. He's not going to answer that. So it's like at the same time, he's telling the truth and being faithful and putting it out there. But he's really not going to answer that at all. So just stop asking him. Maybe you'll learn something if you stop asking him. I think that's what I would have did. I'm going to just stop asking him for now and, let it play out. Let it do. Yeah, just let it play out. Mac Jones did sign. He signed a 4-year deal, $18.6 million, with a 5th-year option with the Patriots. So did Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence's deal was for 4 years, $36 million with $24.1 as a signing bonus, and basically $22 guaranteed, which you'll get all at one time. So he signed his rookie deal. XFL will make a possible comeback, and I'm looking forward to it, especially since The Rock took over as one of the co-owners of the XFL. They're going to make a planned return in 23. They was trying to do like a joint league or like a pre-spring training with CFL, but that didn't fall through. But those talks are still going to be on the table. They just didn't fall through right now at the moment. But yes, XFL will make a possible return in 23. So, and the Secretary of Defense also allows Bucks player Cameron Kinley to play for the Bucks at the same time as well. So he got his grant. He got granted to play it so he can live out his NFL dream. But at the end of the day, he might, if need be, he will leave the team. Just let's say a war broke out and his country needed him, he will leave to go help his team out. That's just the type of person he is, and that's what he does. So he will leave. Patrick Mahomes is hosting a USA football coaching clinic. So it would be youth camp. And basically, you keeping yourself busy over the summer. And that's the best way to do it. Now, agent requests N'Keal Harry be traded by the Patriots. He didn't really have that, I should say, that stellar breakout season like he did in college. But he gonna get better. Maybe a fresh start will be what's needed. And that usually happens. Some teams, they trade away a player that they thought was going to be great with them, but he's not necessarily great with them. He's great with a different team. So we'll see what happens with them. If not, I know a lot of teams that need receivers right now. I know a lot of teams that are in need, especially when you got a lot of young quarterbacks. And they're going to need somebody to throw the ball to. And he's actually pretty good at catching the ball, throwing the ball. So let's see what happens. He only had 89 total receptions in the 3 seasons that he has played. So we'll see what happens and where it goes then. But football ain't really too much happening right now at the moment as far as football. So we will give you guys some more music here on Dragon Sports Live. Next up, we got Slick J. Adams. And that is Yes. So yes, check out Dragon Sports Live. Yes, listen to Slick J. Adams. Yes, support all the artists that we have on our show. The answer is yes. And make sure you tune in to Dragon Sports Live on Spotify, iHeart, and Apple Podcasts.
Baby, now is the time. No need for you to be afraid. It's okay. I'm here. You don't ever have to worry. The closer I get to you, the more that I can hear your body calling. I do. Yes. Your body saying yes. Oh, your body saying yes. Your body saying yes. Boo, you looking so fine, girl. I can't wait to make sweet love to you, girl. Right now, what's that do? It's the question that is unanswered. So tell me, baby, I can hear you say, oh, yes. Your body saying, yes. I can hear your body say, yes. Ooh, your body saying, yes. Your body saying, girl, it seems to me just like you're ready, yes. Well, I got plenty of good love to give. Baby, the time is right, so let's just take advantage. 'Cause I can hear your body saying yes. Oh, baby. I can hear you say yes. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. If you just tuning in, I am Dante Payne, your host for the evening. Did y'all not, or did y'all watch the game one the other night? Game 2 is happening tonight, and that's between the Suns and Bucks. Did y'all not? Or did y'all watch the game? If so, then you already know. If not, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what broke down. Let me give you stats and players lost in that game. So, game 1 happened on D6, right? Now, here's the thing. Giannis played in a game. He was doubtful at first, and then he upgraded, and then he started that game. He scored 20 points and gave 17 boards with one block. But that block was similar to what LeBron did to Iguodala. As much as I don't like that, but yeah, that one block, he put it on glass of Miles. He put Miles Bridges' shot on glass. Great block. His only one other night, but he finished the night with 17 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals in that block, and 20 points. Good game for him. Chris Middleton had a good game. 12 of 26, 5 of 12, 7 boards, 29 points. And Lopez had 17, and Holiday had 10. Portis with 5, and Teague with 3. Connaughton with 8, and Forrest with 6. So, you get no production. At this also, you didn't really shoot that many free throws. You didn't get to the line. Like, in total, they was 9 of 16 from the free throw. You got PJ Tucker that only had 3 rebounds. And yeah, Tucker only had 3 rebounds. You didn't get help from the bench. So, and that was on the Bucks side. On the other side, you had Jay Crowder. He didn't really do much. He played 33 minutes and he only scored a point. But he had 9 rebounds, 1 block. Bridges had 14. And then Ayton with 22. Chris Paul. I should say, let me phrase it. Ayton, 8 of 10. 19 boards. Went to the free throw line 6 times. Chris Paul, 9 assists, 32 points. And y'all want to know what's unique about Chris Paul? He joins company of Michael Jordan and Iverson. In their debut, scored 30 points with 8 or more assists. So he joins that company. Great company. Moving on. Booker, 27 points, 6 assists. Now, if you look at the free throws compared to their free throws, they were 25 or 26 from the free throw line. They was getting to the line. So that means the Bucks, you're going to have to be more aggressive. Y'all going to have to drive to the basket. They going to foul you. So be more aggressive. And yeah, just be more aggressive. Get the ball. But y'all got to adapt. Y'all can't do that same thing that y'all did in game 1. Y'all got to adapt. Come out flying on all cylinders for game 2. Which is tonight, by the way. In case y'all wondering. That game is tonight. I'll give y'all stats to that next week. If I see another good game, I can say that this series is bright. But the Suns are 27-9 at home this season too. So that's also another thing to look at. They balling. They playing hard. They doing
This
their
summer.
thing. They most definitely doing their thing. So check that out.
Adventure
Jason
and
Tatum,
friendship.
on the other hand, for USA basketball, will wear number 10 to honor Kobe, but he's not going to take that number lightly. He's going to put in that work. He's going to continue to grind. He's going to have that mama mentality coming Olympics. And Anthony Edwards, he suffers an ankle sprain, playing off-season training, and so he has a mild ankle sprain. He'll be off of it for a little bit. Not too bad, not too shabby, but he should still be good. He'll be good to go by season, but yeah, he did suffer that ankle sprain though. Congratulations to Larry Brown winning the 21 Chuck Daly Lifetime Award. Congratulations on that. I forgot to mention that Suns also lost Dario Saric to a torn ACL in game 1, so he's done for the season, but hopefully he gets better. He was just one important piece, like he's a good off the bench role player. So now other players gonna have to step up, like Eton Moore or Javon Carter, who you really haven't seen as much. Only time you really see them is when Chris Paul was out with the COVID issue. But yeah, those players gonna have to step up more, and I know they can. I know they have the ability to. So let's see what it is. James Harden was briefly detained, but not arrested in Paris because they suspected cannabis, but it wasn't Harden. Maybe it was a little baby, or they smelled the cannabis, aka Mary Jane, aka marijuana, whatever you want to call it. But shortly he was released, wasn't detained, wasn't arrested, no charges was dropped, and that it is what it is. Now on the women's side, so we have the Agume sisters. They may play for Nigeria, and if they do, they'll join their younger sister, Erica, there's pending FIBA approval. Pending FIBA approval, they'll be able to play for Nigeria, even though Nika was kind of snug for the U.S. basketball team this year. She may still get her chance to play in the Olympics for the Nigerian team. And the Agume sisters do have dual citizenship to Nigeria and United States. So we've seen other players do that in the past where they was playing with the USA team before, and then next year they playing with their team. But that happens. We'll see what goes if pending their approval from the FIBA Association. So let's see what happens. Atlanta Dream suspends guard Shindy Carter over determined conduct. So basically, I guess she was having an attitude problem that was hindering the team, that, detrimental to the team. But hopefully we see her back, averaging 14 points this season. And then USA women's basketball director to step down. She's been basically there since 1995. She was stepped down after the Tokyo Games. And then Storm Wave Candace Dupree and Phil Rowe. They failed to see what consistent role she would have. Couldn't really that, and then her time also diminished. Candace Dupree is also a draft pick in 2006 by the Chicago Sky. So if y'all wonder why that name sounds familiar, she was drafted by the Chicago Sky. But that's all I really have for you guys today. So be sure to check out more Dragon Sports Live another day, another time, next week. iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or you can even catch it on YouTube. Be sure to check out Dragon Sports Live. And with that being said, peace out.